Hi everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and I cover oily skin, hooded eyes, and beauty. So welcome back to my foundation stick wars. Today's episode 6, the last episode of the series, and if you're watching this in the future, I will link all of the videos down below for you. I have already tested out 6 drugstore stick foundations for your oily skin, and for each of them, I tested them with primer and without. Let's get into foundation number 6, and that's going to be the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balanced Foundation Stick. This claims to be a lightweight gel foundation with an exclusive anti-shine powder core that instantly dissolves excess oil, and it also claims to make pores look minimized and skin stays shine-free for up to 10 hours. As always, I tested this foundation out for 2 days, and day 1 is my first impression with primer, so let's roll the tape. I just primed my face with my favorite primer, so let's go ahead and test out this foundation. As always, I matched myself online, and I got the shade 120 Classic Ivory. It kind of also helps that I'm that shade for all of my Maybelline Fit Me products, so yeah. Let's go ahead and do a smell test. Kind of smells like chemicals. Let's just go ahead and put this on anyway. Wow, this goes on super creamy. That's insane. It's a little pinkish. It is oxidizing though. I'm gonna blend this out with my foundation brush. So far, it's looking really good. It is definitely giving me a light coverage. So I'm wondering if this can be built up. All right, so now that I've blended everything out, the color actually does match and it looks really nice. There is just a light coverage. I do want to see if I can build up to at least be a medium coverage. And as I said earlier, of course, I am wearing primer, so my pores and my lines are all filled in, but there's no texture. I think this is going on really, really nicely. Let me go ahead and do this side and I'll be right back. Okay, so instead of doing like a second layer of foundation all over my skin, I think I'm just going to spot conceal on just the places that really need the spot concealing. So let's start there first. Okay, so not bad at all. I mean, it's not fully covered up, but it's not a concealer or anything like that, so I don't mind it looking like this, and it built up pretty fine. I don't really see any like texture or anything like that, so let's go ahead and do a close-up so that way you guys can see. Here's what the forehead is looking like. Nice and glowy. And here's what the left side is looking like, also a bit glowy. Same thing on the right side, glowy, and then of course those 2 blemishes that I couldn't really cover up. Alrighty, I'll be right back with the rest of my makeup. So I do like the fact that this foundation gives me a nice glow. I just wish my skin just looked a little bit more smoothed out. I did put just the lightest bit of translucent powder on the chin area just because I did have to kind of build up coverage right here. And I wanted that to really stay in place, but it just kind of made me look just a little bit textured. But other than that, I think that my makeup looks okay. I don't think that it looks great, but I don't think that it looks bad. So let's just go ahead and do a close-up so that way you guys can see. Here's what the forehead is looking like. Again, nice and glowy. The left side of my face looking nice and glowy. And then the exact same thing on the right side, nice and glowy. And here's what my chin is looking like. I just feel like it can look so much better. It just looks a little textured. Before we get started, let's just address the elephant in the room. I have had 3 glasses of red wine, and that is why my teeth and my lips and tongue look this way. So yeah. Anyway, let's look at my makeup. So I am pretty oily pretty much everywhere, and I do have some creasing in between my eyebrows. I don't think that I have any foundation left on my nose. It's pretty much just oil. I do have creasing in my smile lines and my usual creasing in between my lip and my chin. My cheeks look pretty good. That's all that I can say for now. I'll let you guys be the judge though, so let's do a close-up so that way you guys can see everything. Here's what my forehead is looking like, insanely oily. In between my eyebrows, I have some creasing. The left side of my face, I'm extremely oily. Of course, I have already wiped off the oil from my nose from checking to see if I have foundation left. But yeah, I am pretty oily, my creasing. And the exact same thing on the right side. Oil, creasing, creasing. Day 2, let's go ahead and try this again while being super optimistic about it. I do want to try blending it out with a damp sponge this time. Not sure if that's going to really make a difference, but we'll see. So because I'm not wearing any primer, I can definitely see my pores and my fine lines. They are not filled in by this foundation. They're not accentuated, but they're definitely there. You can definitely see them, and it's making me feel just a little self-conscious. Other than that, I think everything looks pretty nice. It is a very light coverage, which I don't mind. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a close-up so that way you guys can see. Here's what my forehead is looking like. There is no texture, no dryness, just very glowy. And the left side of my face, no texture, dryness, very light coverage, and as you can tell, very dewy. And the exact same thing on the right side, and as you can see, I wasn't able to really cover any blemishes. Now that I have on the rest of my makeup, let's go ahead and take a look at my face. So the foundation definitely played well with the rest of my makeup. I do look very glowy, and I don't mind the fact that it is a light coverage because I don't think that we need full coverage or even medium coverage all the time. So I don't mind that. I just don't like that my pores and my fine lines aren't filled in. Let's go into a close-up so that way you guys can see. Again, here's what my forehead is looking like. No texture, no dryness, just very glowy. And the left side of my face, pores galore and fine lines. It's just not what I want. And the exact same thing on the right side. It's been 10 hours, so let's go and take a look at my face. Okay, so I'm actually shocked because I don't have any creasing in my smile lines or in between my lip and my chin. The fact that I don't have it is surprising, really, because I do have creasing in between my eyebrows, but like zero creasing, zero cakiness. I'm actually surprised and kind of impressed. And I'm very oily in the T-zone, but honestly, my makeup does not look bad at all. Okay, you guys have to see this. It is just so weird. Like, this took a turn and I was not expecting this. Look at that oily forehead. It doesn't look that bad though. In between my eyebrows, this has definitely looked better. And the left side of my face, extremely oily, but not bad at all in the cheek and chin area. Look at that. No smile line at all. And the exact same thing on the right side, extremely oily, but look at this. Like, I'm actually really shocked. This looks so good. Okay, so here are my overall thoughts with this foundation. I'm disappointed. And I'm kind of shocked that this foundation didn't wow me like all the other products have done in the Maybelline Fit Me collection. Not once did I look in the mirror and ever think to myself, wow, I am having a really good makeup day. So this didn't control my oils and it transferred. And even though I wore a pore filling primer, I just feel like my skin didn't look as smooth as I would like for it to be. I just feel like the foundation just didn't sit well on my skin. The foundation did not do anything that it claims to do. And for $9.99, I do not think that this foundation is worth it at all. And I'm just really, really sad to say that. As always, I do have a question for you guys. Go back and look at those clips that I showed you with my wear test on this foundation. Am I being too harsh? Do I just now have high standards when it comes to the Maybelline Fit Me collection? Let me know down in the comments below because I really am curious. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Also, really quickly, stay tuned for the foundation stick finale. I'm going to go over the best and the worst, so stay tuned. Okay,